know where to begin, or even really what to do. Because no matter what I do, every time I get ahead, it's like I go back. So for right now, I'm just gonna let this one ride. So for right now, I'm just gonna let this one ride.
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Hello, traders. Welcome to the post FOMC day stream, where yesterday's glorious pomp has clearly, been given mostly back on Bitcoin and most of the cryptos. About 90% of the gains from yesterday are gone. It was cool, that Bitcoin was recapturing that 200-day simple moving average. You were getting some sort of bullish engulfing candle. Still in no man's land, though. That's the issue, right? We're always looking for assets to be correlating to inflection points, and you're just so far away from both of them, whether it's 92K or 74K. Hard to manage risk in those situations. So you're just going to be chopping around. And unfortunately, until you're higher than 93K, no higher highs. So they squeezed it yesterday a little bit higher, pretty much just running to the top of that supply line. And briefly, the buyers pushed the price above it, but you can clearly see where the close was. They reversed it right there, and you're going on 24 hours on the 4 hour of red candles. So that doesn't change anything. Despite how you felt yesterday emotionally, the bots did that to you, by the way. Yeah, the bots. Nothing's changed. The trend is still down. Still below the 200 simple moving average on this 4 hour. Can't even test it, really. At the height of the glory yesterday, couldn't even just go run to 88.3. But did we do the thing? The hopium smoking, remember? The hopium smoking prevailed for just what? The gap fill on CME futures. They filled it. It was the only one that was unfilled in this local vicinity, right? 93.9 was filled on the Trump pump and dump weekend. This gap from was just filled yesterday. The gap before it was filled at 78. So now we have no more gaps to worry about. That's maybe what we just got yesterday. That fulfillment. So, cool. Yes, glasses. They're fake glasses, dude, to make me look smarter, bro. Someone said one time, ancient history. Imagine doing that. Okay, so at one point yesterday, my alert on Bitcoin dominance went off, but it's back to failing the breakout. My God. But what happened yesterday? Well, not yesterday, but we had just recently on the 11th seen multi-year highs, but we just can't break this 61.68% level. We can't do it, man. That's everything. And it's real bad. Like if we're gonna resolve bearishly, this thing's going way higher, because alts are gonna get just murked, man. They've already been murked, but sorry. All right, so just down 0.22%, 61.45%, amongst its highest levels in many years, and it's been up there. Altcoins continuing to bleed and lose their value against Bitcoin. That's a tradition. So, okay.
Since we started out on Bitcoin, let's go further into crypto.
Let's do a damage assessment here, or an inverse damage assessment. Well, what'd they really do, on Ethereum? What did they do? They ran it up. You started seeing buyers recapture 2K, 2050, this very real zone from history. That's a big deal. Like, if they could really recapture it and then if we could correlate in price the way we were back in December of 2023, November 2023, I think you're onto something really spectacular, way higher prices in store. But, the trend was, long-term already established as up. You had already had some good momentum for a good month before the test over there. And here we are. There is no momentum, the negative momentum, right? It's just sellers are in control of this asset. And sideways long enough. FOMC. It was, we talk about all this stuff's tied to global liquidity. So whatever the index funds do, crypto's going to do too, or what Bitcoin's going to do, and what Bitcoin does, the altcoins are going to do too. That's exactly what happened. Oh, wow. And looking at U.S. futures, like, this is it. It's been 10 days, man. 10 days. It's pretty much since we hit that bottom on the Nasdaq futures. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. I hope it resolves up, not down, but it's hard to ignore what we're looking at. But just in terms of Ethereum right now, you're right back to kind of a precarious spot. Below 2K, psychological, horizontal. It's just not in a good spot. There could be 1730 on deck. It's just, man, you want to be trading trends. You want to be looking for opportunity when the trend has begun to reverse, when there's evidence of some sort of high or low, locally, M shape, you name it, whatever. Positive price action, correlation to a level. You don't have anything on Ethereum. It's just like it might bust upward, but it's not going to be because there was some sort of edge or there was something implying that it was going higher. And that's all we're looking for here. It's just like, can we look at the chart and identify the psychology of buyers and sellers, identify structures that would be representative of accumulation more than before, sellers are exhausted, or buyers are implied to continue this rally with hidden divergence or whatever. We just don't have any of that. Okay, you just don't, and you haven't, and it's been a long time since we've had anything that's been good on this asset. So people can call it hate, negativity, whatever you want to call it. If I flip the chart over, I'd be saying the same thing. Man, what an uptrend. It's when only higher highs, higher lows. Finally, look what they did. Maybe we were breaking support, but man, they're kind of recapturing parts of that support now, and still in a good trend. Great trend. And all right, if things get bad, then this thing could sell off and still be in the uptrend and come all the way down to 2364 here, and then it would be considered oversold. So we're looking at Ethereum right now that is not even overbought. Okay, it would become overbought in its downtrend even if you went up this high to do something like that. So it's crazy to think that Ethereum could rally and appreciate in price by 21% and still be very much in a downtrend within this channel. Okay, let's look at Ethereum to Bitcoin. Did they do something? Certainly something's changed, right, chat? Well, no, nothing's changed. Yeah, if you scale out like this, can you even see what's happened in the past 3-4 days where it's come off the multi-year lows, the almost 5-year lows? Bro, it is 5-year lows, whatever, and you're below support resistance. can you imagine, when you're below this 2.4 million sats? That was a target for a long time. I remember saying 2.4 would probably be your crazy one. If this Wyckoff distribution played out, the insane max target's probably 2.4 million. And that was a wild dream up here. And now we're below it. Okay, have a good time with your crypto. Everything else you're playing with. I don't know, just like come to these charts and they're like, I want to get excited, man. I love getting excited about charts, you know? Like my passion comes out, like, but you know, it's just not there in the space. We're not in the space-time continuum. You know, we were back in September through early November, and then it played out in 5 weeks. And guess what? After 5 weeks, it was literally done. That's it. You had a 5-week window to make the crazy life-changing yield, and then it was over, and it's been over. What a market. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP had a great day yesterday. The lawsuit got settled, man, but it was up a lot. But nothing's changed. Nice engulfing of the highest daily close since the 6th. That's great, man, but still confined within the parameters of this no trend. Okay, you're no trending with a hint of distribution. Okay, you still, like, there's evidence. Here's the high. Here's how many market participants were involved with XRP back in mid-January. Locally, they began to distribute. Then the crash, then the rally, and such a lack of demand, the buyers were unable to go and test these highs that they had so easily tested before, then marked down to a low, the lower low, previous low on the closes. Then this rally here, you'd think, hey man, that's a higher high. No, dude, that was a pump and dump on inside information from the White House. That was a scam. It might as well not even exist on the chart. And if anything, this high and this high, both of these highs are lower than the highest high. So it's just almost a form of confirmation of distribution. And then you see like some really cool price action where it rallied to go reconfirm the validity of that 265 as resistance, and then a crazy 4-day markdown. And then on the 5th day, it hits the very bottom and then has rallied now. And we're not able to even make, for now, right? We're not even able to make a higher high than the one we saw on the 6th. It's technically on the candle close lower. Well, that's crazy. So see what I'm saying? I go live and it's just like, what's the point? Like, yeah, I get hate and people don't show up, and it's just like, I don't know. Like, yeah, the market doesn't move much. It's all dead. Like, you know, I don't even know. Like, there were so many setups that played out so many times. I mean, the Doge ones, the Doge setup, even going down, it's just like, man, tough to be a streamer these days. Okay, it is tough. Solana, it's really bad. Let me show you. 4 hour. Look at this. I mean, when you thought it like how could it get any worse? It got worse. 135.68. Remember the level that was unbelievable? It was the level to the cent. Okay, where it was positive price action 190. Positive price action 2 times before all-time highs eventually. And now you're trying to tell me many months later it is now being regarded as resistance so perfectly. I mean, please tell me how this is good. Tell me how I'm supposed to be able to be like looking through the camera at you and being like, this is great, man. This is phenomenal. Even if it like broke higher, it's like, it's even a slightly lower high too. My God. So I guess at this point, until you're above 135.68, hands off, it's back to being really bad, you know. These are the 2 lowest highs, really, of the whole downtrend that began after, right? The 3rd target of the long trade setup got hit. Twice. Yeah. Brutal. Very brutal. You can't even see it really on the daily, right? You can't really see that price action. So that engulfing candle, it's still active until they're breaking below 124.65. Man, just somber picture. Somber price action, right? The price action gives us the picture. BNB, hey man, like somehow completely decoupled from crypto. I don't know how, but it's at 630 right now. It's engulfing. It's breaking back above the 200 moving average. No idea like what's going on with this, but the price action on the 4 hour is similar to Solana in a way, where they just keep pumping it. Okay, it's just gonna, Bitcoin's gonna mark down and it's gonna break to all new. It's not gonna make a higher high, I don't think. Like, it might recapture 640, but you're talking about at this level, they just tested 638 as resistance again. And so you just think, all right, that might be an opportunity. Like, someone could manage the risk with a tight stop above that level, and you know your downside potential is incredible. And you know the trend is your friend, right? Lower highs, lower lows consecutively for 2 months, and this could be the lowest high. So you're always looking for assets to be correlating to inflection points. BNB, you got it. It's actually happening, but somehow it's still rallying. So that's BNB, and then we looked at all the big ones. So we can look at the total market cap now with just still. I don't care what you say. I don't care Jerome Powell pumps. I don't care, dude. You were saying this. The trend didn't reverse. Nothing has changed. It just, you made a local slightly higher high. That of course, right? What did it do? Oh, just look. Now all of a sudden you got some bearish divergence of an argument. Like, you got that now. You didn't have that till this little higher high. Thanks, Jerome, for giving us a bearish edge on the MACD anyway. So still, I mean, until like, right, I'm going to be the first person to tell you, hey man, we are good. The trend's reversed to the upside. It's going to be so freaking nuts. You're not going to believe it. Okay. We get back above 3 trillion, 3.04 trillion, 3.2 trillion. We start making higher highs, higher lows. I'm going to tell you, dude, I'm not kidding. But like, until then, we're below the 200 moving average. You still got an active potential bearish wave structure that is not like completed yet. And I think you're just waiting on that until we get new data that would indicate it's invalid. Okay. And when it does, fine, our whole argument changes. But until that occurs, you just got to stay with the trend's your friend, bearish wave structure and bearish trend, trading below key levels. This is all of this right here. I don't give a crap. Locally, oh, it's a higher high. Yeah, this is all a lower high than this high, and it's substantially lower high. It's not even rival. It's not. Hey man, maybe if it makes an 88% retrace lower high, all right, might be more controversial, but it's not right now. I mean, from this previous high to low, it's a 618, a 61.8% retrace. That's a lot of times where you see some big reversals. So we'll see though. Okay, Again, I'm not being negative. I'm just telling you what the data is right now. Telling you, man. Let me tell you. You want to look at Dogecoin? We'll look at these stocks soon. Just get these out of the way. I just want to see like how, like, what do you want me to do in this situation? Like, okay, so Doge in shambles, it made a lot of sense, right? Home runs up and down. But now, remember the third target of the short setup, entry around the 33 cent level. The exit was 17.8 cents. You got there initially, what was it, 17.24? I don't know, somewhere around here. And look at this. Look what they're doing. It's so bad. It's like they're testing what should have been support. Wait a second, it was resistance. Look at the consequences of it being resistance back in October. It goes all the way down to 14 cents before rallying higher because the trend was already reversed to the upside. But look, it's 17.5 cents. It's such an undeniable level of inflection on Doge that it's just looking like you're setting up for 15 cents again. I mean, maybe it doesn't. It could very well break higher, whatever. Look, man, you're talking about an asset that has been utterly destroyed for, for 102 days now. It's down 66%. You're near the bottom threshold of the downtrend, so you're near like oversold already. But you got out of oversold territory. You've just been going sideways, so that's not really a good sign when an asset's in a downtrend and it's consolidating and it's just going sideways. I mean, this is not good consolidation on Bitcoin. Like, if you're in a downtrend and it's established, it's definitive, and then you just stop selling off, and then you spend 10 days doing what you're doing on Bitcoin, I'm sorry, it's not good. It's not a good thing. Like, there's been no progress. I mean, buyer induction, though. Yeah, I would figure yesterday would probably get a lot of people emotional. Oh my God, we got a chance, dude. We're going to do it. We made the highest high we had seen in 10 days. And it's literally all gone now. So, yeah, all right. Well, that's your crypto. So let's shift gear to the S&P 500 that you think, hey man, it was, what a day. Like, this type of price action, not great. They kind of recaptured 564.97, but just the wheels are spinning and not much is really going on. I mean, you figure if it was going through a retrace, even if like, hey man, we're in a bear market, we just don't know it yet because we don't have the definition of a trend reversal. You got to have consecutive lower highs, lower lows. Unfortunately, the most recent discernible event could have been a lower low than the previous discernible swing lows. Okay, sure, that's one. That's not enough though. You got to have a couple. Before that though, the highest high of all time. So you can't say it's a trend reversal yet. We're not in a bear trend yet on S&P based on trend analysis.
Another flush down for all markets. Liquidity is thin on these markets. Bruh, if you trade actual size, these markets move easily, both up and down. Not good. Trading.
What's up, Greg P? Yep. Thank you, dude. Well, and none of this is new, right? None of this is new. I mean, all I can do is go live and identify the harmonic completing, the failure from buyers to really get anywhere for a couple months, and type 2 return, bearish divergence. I was live on streams just saying these things that are happening, so it's like crazy to buy, and then we mark down like this, and that's what happens. You know, consolidation concludes, you go into impulse phase, and then it's like, okay, so what's the purpose of my streams? I mean, like trying to teach about risk management, but also like trying to like make sense of like what's actually happening. And okay, so right now, like you would think if we were even gonna go into a bear market, you would still think like from a high to low here, we've created a 23% retrace from this high to low so far from the bottom. So you might have valid Fibonacci, but you got to understand how incomplete this is right now of a retrace or a reflexive rally. I mean, 574, pretty much confluent with the 200-day simple moving average, has not been achieved yet. Look at this. I mean, 3 days. What are they doing? What's going on? Is it really that bad? Are we going to just start running tomorrow? I hope so, because what the F? Like, you should be making a 574 to 588 retrace minimum at this point. Like, this is your golden zone for a common retrace. Yeah, we should be going up there, okay, and then maybe start rolling over if things get really bad. And then if the market's still kind of strong, we might be running to like 600 again, a 786. But dude, you have not even made a 382 yet, so you just got to keep that in mind. Like, you do not want the market to start rolling over before even making a 38% retrace, because it might indicate like such a lack of demand, so much weakness that this impulse is not even done yet. This impulse wave, it's like that was okay. We're maybe going wait, down to. I mean, 540 below 564 is 540 of a target, like that swing low from September. So it's cool that we stopped selling, but not even a 382, a local 382. No confirmation signals, no like one bottom, the second bottom, nothing yet. But hey, one thing is probably coming. What they've done, right? The oscillator has the MACD histogram. Momentum has reset. So it might be time for a big move again, whether it's an impulse to that golden zone or it's time to get destroyed and go to 540, or at least to retest 550. That might be what the daily histogram's indicating, a reset of momentum. The RSI is certainly reset, right? You've gone up to neutral, you're right around 40, bearish control zone threshold, and you just think like, even if, until you get something like this, you don't have an edge. You would probably want that. Go to 540 and do that, and let's talk about bullish divergence on the spider. That'd be great, man. But yeah, pretty weak right now. Sorry. Yeah, a lot of options expire tomorrow. Is it a quad witching tomorrow? Dow Jones Industrial Average, same type of ideolated price action off the lows. Currently testing that 200 simple moving average 3 out of the past 4 trading days. You're kind of testing what was once a support in January, support back in October last year. It's kind of flipping to resistance for now. I mean, they're just maybe absorbing supply that exists there and break it, and we go for a nicer retrace. But it's the same situation where you go from the highest high to that lowest low at this point, and you can see you haven't even made a 38% retrace in this situation either, but you made a 23, so you have a valid fib anchoring. But we haven't even seen positive momentum since February 7th. It's the same thing with the histogram. And momentum is completely reset, RSI reset, so a new wave could be developing soon. Whether it's, maybe to a 618, but then on the other side of the coin, without really having an edge, you could be rolling over to maybe 40K. So it was flat today, 0.03% down, whatever. All right. The Nasdaq composite, okay, S&P was kind of like breaking back above a key level a little bit, but barely on the close. Congratulations, a little controversy. But on this one, no controversy. Nothing controversial about this one so far. It looks like you're starting to bear flag. The price action is correlating super negatively to an inflection point from June and August of last year. What was once resistance kind of support is flipping to resistance 3 out of the past 4 days. Oscillators have reset. So it's like looking like the momentum is reset and you're about to have another wave. The consolidation might be concluding soon. Whether we're going to impulse to the 200 or we're about to, what are we doing? We're just trying to identify what the buyers are doing at these levels, and it's that just getting pounded down, rejected the hardest today at 17,937, and they couldn't even technically couldn't even test it today. In fact, yet you made a higher intraday lower high today than you made yesterday, and then yesterday's intraday high was technically lower than the one you saw on the 17th on St. Patrick's Day. So you're like making lower highs locally right now, below support. What's kind of alarming is the Nasdaq. I'm just telling you what's going on, right? Like, it could change. Okay, new data. Hey, we start pumping. Great, we start recapturing levels. But the data. I'm just telling you how it is right now. You're in the bearish control zone. Your oscillator is completely reset. It was oversold. It's not anymore. And just think about, like, if the momentum reset, then what happens if you do this? Then we get divergence. We get really strong bullish divergence on the Nasdaq composite, but we're at way lower prices. So yeah, it's still like a really, you want to be careful right here. It's too beaten down to short, really, but there's nothing indicating that we have an impending higher prices coming. And it's like really weak, like stupidly weak right now. Via price action. Russ 2000, whatever, down today, 0.63%, down another 0.11% after hours, trading below 2 levels. You're in a downtrend right now. too beaten down to take a shot on a short, but also, you know, you'd be counter trend trading to long it here. So I don't see anything great about this one, but okay, it's off the lows. Congratulations. Let's look at the VIX volatility index. They've just been getting routed. Still down, but still, you know, right around 20. Still substantially elevated from what we saw for the latter half, the second half of, let's just say the past, from May of 2023 to July 2024, that year, we were just sitting at 12. And now, you know, the carry trade event in August, and ever since then, we've just been elevated. We're still elevated, so not out of the woods. Okay, here's your VIX. Look at your golds. Finally, well, we made an intraday all-time high today, so we can still play the Jesus chimes. It could maybe be, you know, indecision candle / reversal candle, depending on what kind of candle we get today. We'll confirm if it's a reversal. But yeah, that could be maybe how we pull back and retest 3,000 or something like that. But absolutely beautiful. Maybe starting to could start developing bearish divergence. But yeah, this thing's a runaway freight train for now. While risk on assets have been very unappetizing, this one's kind of been acting like it should. A hedge against that. Okay, so gold and silver. I'm gonna look at silver too, because silver been doing things, man. I mean, just a few days ago it was the highest level since October. But yeah, I mean, any pullback, as long as you're making higher lows than 31.15, 29 bucks, it'll be the highest lows, and you'll probably run again later. It's all about the monthly. This thing's probably going higher. What a trend, man. What a good trend for now. Wow. Kidding me? Live cattle futures. Gap down and just rallying. It's just ripping and roaring, man. Live feeder futures. Look at this. This is the commodity futures for what they feed the cattle that you eat at the restaurant. The cost is at its highest level we've ever seen in human history. There it is. Melt up. Continuing. U.S. oil, they're trying, man. They're really trying here, aren't they? To hold up 67.59, but to me, not good until you're really above $78. Until you're breaking $78, you are making lower highs no matter where this goes. They're just absorbing the remaining demand at this level, $66, $67. Eventually, it looks like it'll probably break and you'll be heading to 60. Yeah, not great, man, on U.S. oil. Let's go to the Mag 7 now. We'll go from best to worst. All right, Tesla was, well, no, ended up being Nvidia being the top gainer today. They're going to be investing billions in plants, investing billions in U.S. infrastructure for their own company. Well, that's great, man. Yeah, we're going to need that because, I mean, it is, just letting you know, it is imminent. It's inevitable. It will happen. China will annex Taiwan. It's going to happen. So we better be ready. And it's kind of a controversial area. 118 right here. Your downtrend kind of got established. Not long term. Like, good God, not a long term downtrend. Just talking about a shorter term downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows since January, late January. You're below the 200 moving average. You just put in your lowest low of that little downtrend. That's fine. But unfilled gap at like 108.80. Don't forget that gap's there, man. There are no unfilled gaps above you on NVIDIA, only below you. So, yeah, not really an interesting chart right now. Nothing appetizing about it for a swing trader that is looking for momentum and evidence of accumulation, an edge. You just don't have anything right now, but I'm just looking at it. So here's your Meta, Zuckerberg, as they were doing things. Man, I saw it earlier. It was up a lot. I mean, this thing went up 4.13%. So it, from the highs, the height of the mania today, at 610.17, it sold off and, you know, lost $24 of its value and ended up only being up 0.33%. And again, like, what did they really do? Kind of filled a gap at 604, and at the same time formally regarded 600 psychological, but it's also real from October and November. Resistance has been reconfirmed as resistance today, and it pretty strong price action, right? That's sellers coming in at that level to defend it as resistance. So not great. I mean, the price action, I mean, it could start running, right? Because, you know, this thing has gotten wrecked. I mean, from the highs, it's down still 21% in a little over a month. So any reflexive rally you get here, you can't be surprised. But at the same time of that, the price action is terrible. It's just bad. If you stay below 600 long enough, you'll eventually make your way probably to 550. Yeah, 555, whatever. Then maybe 530 after that. But hey, yeah, long stint, a wave down like that, you eventually get rallies. And we're talking about 382 to 618 waves up before rolling over and going lower and retesting the lows. So, yeah. You figured something like that would sustain. You go to 632, you might go to 670. No, not yet. Tesla was up 0.17%. Devastated, down like 60% since the top and sitting around 230, 232. I just worry about this because, like, I'll show you why I worry. It's not really worried. It's just kind of like what we're identifying. Okay, so here are the futures of the index funds. Okay, and the bottom left is the Nasdaq futures, just the 4 hour, not a big deal. But okay, there's not enough data on the daily to be able to identify any sort of structure. So on the 4 hour, you kind of have a structure, and it's like, why is this such a perfect looking bear flag in between two mega levels, kind of like Bitcoin? So they're 20K or 18K, and for 10 days now, it's like Bitcoin, just kind of slightly higher highs, very controlled. But we know the trend right now, short term, whatever, it's been lower highs, lower lows. So that is not really good. And I would imagine if this was to mark down lower, like, what's going to happen to Tesla? I mean, how does Tesla hold up? There's an unfilled gap on Tesla at 224.69, just below you. So they go fill that gap, but you break 232.80, you're breaking support. You could be 205, 209 might be a level if we do roll over on the futures. Yeah, I'll tell you, man. Times like these test the live streamer's soul. When the liquidity just dries up, well, I mean, it's like you probably wanted to make your money last year when there was tons of liquidity, money printer, crazy setups, unlimited setups. Actually, 2024 was the year of the bull, year of the Jesus. I mean, my God. And then this year, it's like liquidity's gone, man. Can't catch moves. Moves don't, I mean, down moves down, but nothing really sustains up. Animal spirits kind of left the building on most of this market. I mean, I guess it's in gold, but you look at something like this, it's like, well, there's no setup for higher prices, but it's so destroyed that you can't short it either. So you're just in crappy no man's land on Tesla. You could just DCA, Kathy Wood it, yeah. all the way to 205, hopefully. Microsoft, it was just down 0.25%.
Image, God bless you and everything you've done over the years. I hope your audience knows how to trade these markets. The game has changed.
What's up, Greg P? Thank you, dude. God bless us all. Thank you. So I'm just looking at Microsoft here, one of the Mag 7s, and I mean, you tell me, is this me being negative, toxic, or is it just like, wow, there's a support here from 2024, April and August, and it was support, right? And then it has now been broken, and it's now being regarded as resistance for now, right? And like just another day, one more day, and just the buyers, they tried to recapture it too. Like intraday, yesterday, 3 days ago, today, all days where they were recapturing the level, and by close, the sellers took over and pushed the price kind of below it. So it's like, and you have all this bullish divergence, and it's like, oh, so sellers are exhausted, right? Well, we're going to see the reliability of divergence in a downtrend, because you haven't been in an uptrend on Microsoft since July last year. You've only been making lower highs, and now you're starting to, for real, make lower. This is the lower low. First lower low, really. And so the thing is, the problem is like, okay, so far, wow, that's really bad. That's like terrible. Like the index funds, they can't even make 382 retraces. And this one, they can't even recapture 388. But we know, like, what would be common and normal would be some sort of retrace. Okay, then finally a lower high gets, okay, that makes more sense. You got overcooked, but they're not even doing that yet. Maybe we're a little early. It's like, when are they gonna do something positive with some evidence of exhaustion? But hey, if you're in a true downtrend, then the reliability of Amazon ain't been any better. Well, the good news is you're nearing the bottom of the uptrends thresholds, the channel, right? You're near it. You haven't really got there. You almost got there a couple of days ago, but what did they do today? I mean, am I crazy? The July 5th high, which is not just, well, yeah, that's the old all-time high, because this is a big deal. This is from 2021, the 188 level. But they pretty much went up to go test that as resistance. The 200 moving average tested as rejected today. I mean, below $200 is an issue, because I think a 188 test would be in store. Failing below 200 long enough, and the oscillators have reset completely, and it's gone nowhere. So you would think, like, if it was truly bottoming, okay, we would see some sort of common retrace. A common retrace on Amazon would be between 209 and 222. Where's it at? What are they doing? We can't even get you legit cannot even get a 23% retrace on Amazon. Like a 236 from this highest high to the lowest low at this point a few days ago. 23% retrace is 201.64. They can't do it. So you don't even have valid Fibonacci anchoring yet, because it's so bad. All right, I hope things turn around, man. I hope like the buyers come in and actually do something, but they're not yet. Apple, just another situation where you're looking at an asset and it's correlating to a level from history negatively. It just is, even after a pretty nasty drawdown, a breaking of key support. Now they're just reconfirming what was once support, resistance support, and support here 3 different times throughout history. It was support, or resistance, support. It is now resistance. And that's about it. Like above 220, you got a real shot of, running up 227, fill that little gap on the candle close, the 200-day moving average, 237 could be on deck, but you're not doing that. You got to break 220 in order to be able to get those levels, and it would still, like, you could still end up doing this, and it's the lowest effing high. That's why we're in such a bad spot on this market, at least on big tech and the index funds. No one's come in yet to buy off the lows. Bearish back tests. Oscillators are no longer or like the RSI, you're no longer oversold, but you're neutral. Well, you're at 40 on the Nasdaq, 39 on the Nasdaq. Google, how we doing? Down 0.67% the day. No one wants this stuff. Not yet, anyway. Unfilled gap up at like 173.62. Just kind of holding 160 a couple days ago, and might be needing another test of it. Oscillator reset, right? The RSI was oversold no longer, but it is certainly in the bearish control zone right now on the daily. That MACD histogram, same sort of momentum reset. You're back to neutral, meaning here comes quite possibly another wave up or down. There's your Mag 7, chat. There's your crypto. There's your commodities. We got 8 minutes till the daily candle close. Would say hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Doesn't even matter anymore. Yep. You know, look at Nike. Reported earnings this afternoon, and it's trading at 5-year lows as I'm speaking to you. Well, here's the thing about trends, man. Just because you think, oh my God, look, it's a shark. Yeah, well, shark not at supports. Too many lower highs, lower lows. This high was slightly higher than this high, but they were the same. Both of them were substantially lower than this high. This high. The trend is so well established. And right now, down over 5%, 68.28, lowest price seen since March 25th of 2020. This is worse than Ethereum. Yep, worse than Ethereum by a lot. If this was the Ethereum chart, Ethereum would be trading at like what? $300, $80, $80, $100. That's how bad this is. More people have held on to Ethereum than they have Nike since the COVID crash. Wow. So if you're gonna be, maybe tomorrow, whatever, soon there's gonna be a test of 66.89. You do not want to see sellers capture that. I mean, you could be running to $50 real fast. So, all right, that's pretty bad, man. Yeah, it's like entertainment and gaming's been looking bad. Retail in general, terrible. Like Under Armour, holy crap, man. Look at this. Under Armour might be done. Like what the most recent event I can see is that the sellers took out the key level from history and they regarded it as resistance. Now you're rolling over at lowest daily candle close confirmed really since around early August. And if this little level doesn't hold from 2022, it's an easy 520, 540 target. It's not going to be not good, man. For some of these retail, brick and mortars, online, whatever, apparel and footwear, not been good. But it's the same thing. I mean, we could go through the ETFs if you want to. Like, look, speaking of Foot Locker, remember we were going to sell shoes, dude? And we were going to get rich selling shoes. Well, what kind of trend we in right now? It's terrible. Like, support's broken from 2020.
AI Mullen tipped $25. Hi Mitch, can you look at BTBT on NYSE?
AI Mullen, thank you for the 25, dude. Thank you. We will look at it, certainly. Yep. Yeah, it's just Foot Locker. Resistance, support, resistance. You're below it. I mean, it just goes back, man. Support in 1980. You're trading lower than you were in 1986. I wasn't even alive yet, and we're trading lower than that. So, the downside, just pick a number. wow, I mean, $11.50, $10, $4.55. Hype in the chat for some of these stocks, man. And then, you know, I was looking at like, I don't remember Las Vegas Sands, but this one does look bad. This one's setting up for $36 again, $35. It's beautiful what it does. This range bound between 34 and 53. This was crazy. Just the harmonics. And so, yeah, I think you're eventually going to go retest 37.40, maybe $36 again. And it was really nice to see the bearish divergence play out. Look at that shooting star, was so brilliant, man. Look at that. That was perfect. And it wasn't at a support resistance, though, so it could have been better, but still, wow. Look how it ushered it all in. And look at this high, the sell off, the lower low than this low, then the rally, slightly lower high than this high. You can see the distribution on the daily. Look at the 200 moving average price action quality. It's miserable. It's like send this thing way lower. But another one like Pin Gaming I saw, oh my god, dude, it's like this thing's about to get murked, man. There was a chance. No chance when you break 1740. This almost might be a short setup. I'll just show you. Let me get rid of this. They broke this level, but that's not good enough. You can't just break a structure, right? They filled the gap. That was what happened. They broke the supply line to go run up and fill this effing gap, and that was it, right? Look, it was there, unfilled, 2250. Tried once and then twice. Confirmed. The gap fill as resistance, the lowest highs of the downtrend you've been in for years. And now, look what they're doing to Pin Gaming. I mean, I'm not making this. I don't make these levels up. They're here from history. 1740, 1772. Look at this. It was this, oh my God, look, a resistance from 2016. Look what happened. It sold off all the way to $12. Okay? Look, it was actually regarded as support in 2017 before mooning. Then it was support again. Crazy run before drawn down. And then look, a second test on the daily. Finally recaptured. Look at the consequences of it, of the buyers defending. It went crazy before COVID and then crashed. All right, so that level, look how the price is correlating to it now. It's almost like just this disgusting bear flag. I hope they recapture it, man. I really do. There are unfilled gaps too. There's one at 2076, pretty much kind of one at 1828, two above you. But let's look at like the 4 hour or something. Does it not just look like bear flaggy? I mean,
Sharknonymous tipped $25. GGB Dow please and thanks. High frame happy equinox good sir. Folded hands emoji, celebratory hands in the air emoji, tea time way Dogecoin time alien dance.
Oh, thank you so much, Sharknonymous, for the legal tender. Thank you. Appreciate it. We will look at GGB. Good game. Bye. Yeah, I mean, support. You saw it, right? And now it's resistance. Unless it's an uber fake out. Pretty easy to manage risk, but again, continuations like this, small structures are not going to be as reliable, but easy to like, okay, I would just not, I want to buy back and cover my short, above 1772 probably, but if it stays below that enough, given enough time, easy markdown, way lower. So I just pay attention. I mean, entertainment, leisure overall just getting murked. Then you got retail, apparel, right? Clothing, footwear. These sectors getting domed. I think even not. Let me see here. The other one, MGM, who's a bunch of racists. Yeah. They James O'Keefe, they definitely uncovered a bunch of unfair hiring practices. I mean, something like this is, you know what's probably coming. I mean, this thing is, it was great, man. Like, what a rally out the COVID crash and sell off in the second test and failure, right? And then now look, after that, and think about it, this is all psychology buyers and sellers were looking at. Okay, they try once and twice at 51, and this sell off and this rally, And then on the rally, where they, hey man, we're gonna maybe make it. We'll put in a higher low than the previous lows and the previous. We're gonna do this, man. They run it up, and there's such a lack of demand that those buyers were unable to go test $51 again once, twice, thrice. Big markdown, bad earnings. Look, couple highs here, testing the 200, substantially lower high than this high, than this high, than this high, and drawdown, lower low than your previous lows. Lower high than the previous highs. Lower low, lowest low of the whole new downtrend. We're in a downtrend. And so it's like, you think this is going to do well? Like, this looks ready to crater, probably. I get it. Shit, no, man. It's a deep retrace. Probably 70+% retrace there. Yeah, it's hard to trust MGM down here. Trend is not good at all. So let's look at this request real quick. All right, we did it, chat. It's all right. Let's not look at the request first. Let's look at Bitcoin. It's local on the 8s, right? Let's check them out. How'd the daily close on them? Jesus chimes. All right. There was your Bitcoin close. Still, well, here's the thing, like, right? It was higher close than yesterday's open. Congrats. But you did close back below the 200-day simple moving average, confirmed with a candle close, despite what happened today. It just happened. Okay, so I'm just announcing it to you, letting you know. Okay, really doesn't mean that much, but it happened, and that was a joke, I think. And here's your divergence on daily 12-hour, and that's not good performance. Should be ripping to 91K, 92 easy. But it's just not happening. And that's your close. So look on the 8s, which looking at it. How did Ethereum do? Hey, Ethereum, babe. They virtually, I mean, look, they held at least the bottom threshold of this inflection zone, 1972. But please don't. I hope it's not real. I hope this is what I'm identifying ends up failing, okay? Because it's potential, because you got to have follow through. But I really hope that we don't have a tweezer top. How can you have a tweezer top already? Like, seriously? It can't be that bad. There's no way it can be that bad, right? Hopefully it holds. It will be invalid of an idea when or if buyers are ever able to recapture 2070, especially with the close. I'd be feeling a little better about it. But remember, Ethereum could appreciate in value 21% from where it is right now and still be in a downtrend, still be contained within this channel. Okay, XRP closed fine. You know, it's down 4.44% on the close, but really hasn't done anything. I mean, it's very strong compared to 99.9% of all cryptos for sure during the past 90 plus days. Absolutely. Dang, bird feeder, let's freaking go. Thank you. Wow, holy crap.
Bird feeder tipped $100. Hey brother, after the close can we look at IMX, Atom and link on their weeklies? Key levels in your opinion for inflection?
The answer is yes. Feeder birds. Thank you so much. I miss my kestrel friends. Stupid turkey vultures went south for the winter and they scared them off. Can't wait till the stupid turkey vultures leave and go north again. I'm sick and tired of them. Oh, they just fly around and just be stupid. I don't know what they're really doing. Just, serve no purpose. We'll look though. Okay, so not bad. Better than most. On the close. Solana. Again, like, hey, maybe Bitcoin rallies, right? Because remember, Bitcoin where it is in the middle of nowhere. right? It could rally to 88K, test that to, it could rally to 90K, test that supply line that goes back to all-time highs. It could run to 91.9, 92K, all those things. It could do that, and it still changes nothing outside of it. It's up in price a little. So if that happens, if it was to go higher in no man's land, then Solana's probably going to have another run back to 135 again, I guess, right? But on the 4 hour, don't kill the messenger. Like, all I'm saying is, like, they just did this like perfectly, and it was support as early as March 4th and March 6th. You can see the candle close in the wick. It was perfect tests, and now it's not a support anymore. It is now resistance, and it doesn't do that. It's always supposed to be a good support. So it's like really concerning. Like, that is really concerning price action at a level that it should be doing the opposite. It should be recapturing and then testing once and twice as support. But dang, man, different world we live in now. Man. Here's your total. I like totals. Do you?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Yeah, until like this wave structure is valid. That was the daily close. So bad, man. I mean, they didn't even get to the supply line yet. All right, goes back to all-time highs. Couldn't even look at the 200-day moving average. They couldn't even test it. You kidding me, man? Even with all yesterday we got, are you seriously unable to go test 200? Why? Why could they not go a little higher? Yeah, weak. For now, it's weak. So until you're doing some technicals that are good, it's just, and it can continue to float on up. I mean, and even going to 2.9 trillion, it's going to be a lower high than the one from March 6th, and just another formal bearish back test of such a real level. Yeah, it's tough situation we're in. Okay, let's we'll look at BNB as well, just real quick. BNB. I mean, we engulfed today, but, you know, you are back above the 200 moving average as well. So it's actually favorable price action today or yesterday. But, you know, 638, I mean, looking at the 4 hour, it's kind of concerning. But, yeah, like one high, maybe a second high here. Like anything below this level, given enough time, there's a lot of downside potential. There just is. Wow. Yeah. Like the problem is, like, even if you broke 638, 640, right? It runs to 661, still puts in the lowest highs. Okay. So look at these requests. One sec. First one was BTBT that has just been smoked. Stop looking at the crypto miners, man. Yeah, just kind of throw the dang towel. Well, I did. You throw the towel after supports break and stuff. So looking at it, I mean, my God, man, you can talk about a level of all levels, 202 to 208. Definitely looks like there's some sort of supply line here that's, are they capturing it? Pretty close. I mean, you're just right up at it. So, dang, man, kind of running out of room. It's either the supply line or you're going to go test 202 again. Definitely going to break where Bitcoin breaks. Bitcoin goes lower. 202's imminent. The issue is the oscillator. Like, the RSI doesn't look good. It's not showing clear and concise divergence. The MACD is not either. you don't really have much help at this support level. So I'm just waiting for a sentiment to turn around. Like, I'm just waiting for like a trend reversal, and that takes time, unfortunately, and people ain't got time. Okay. But where were you last year? My God. Yeah, just long established like structure here, you know, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. You recently hit your lowest price since May last year, and maybe they break it out. Maybe. Oscillators don't imply that it's reversing to the upside soon, but it still could. Okay. I hope so, man. For BTBT. What did you ask a question? You just said BTBT. Okay. Yeah, they had faked it out once, and then they tried again. Then it was like distribution. Then they had bearish back test, right? The key levels regarded as resistance in December. That was about when everything started getting cooked, man. That was about, man, mid-December. The euphoria was at levels we had not seen in many years. And typically when it gets to that point, it's GG, no re. But in this case, it's GGB, Jiradu. It's a steel company in a just bad downtrend. Did it split? Yeah, it split. All my stuff got wrecked. My work. Let's see here. Yeah, you got issues, man. Dang. $5, 474 to 526. Look at that. I mean, just nah. They tested it, up thrusted, sold off, confirmed 3 times. Now you're rolling over. Now you're below the 200-week simple moving average. I mean, lowest price is seen in we're talking 4.5 years. Not a good trend. Is there formal support? No real support maybe until 235. So you're not at a point where historically this asset recovers, reverses. So I got nothing to say. Bearish convergence is evident on the oscillators on the weekly. Yeah, I would wait for 235, and then I would wait for something positive to happen, like gets violated, recaptured, and then retested as support. Dang, man, yeah, steel, not a winner. Doesn't look like, not Jiradu steel. Yeah, wish I saw something, you know, that was amazing. You know, it's if you want to see the daily here, it's lower highs, lower lows. Look at the 200 moving average. You're probably below all of them, maybe all above the 50. No, you just recaptured them. Okay, but you're still below 200. Give me a high. When are we going to get a higher high, higher low? I don't know. Yeah, you could be like, oh, it's an M shape. Okay, M shape, not complete at all. High to low here. That'd be like a crab pattern. Well, guess what? Crabs go way lower than where they hadn't even hit a 1272 yet. You just got lower. And it could rally, and it's going to remain in a downtrend until they recapture 362 plus. Sorry, Shark Anonymous. I tried, but I get it. I mean, like, it's either have it or you don't have it. Okay, IMX. Oh, you want the weekly? Okay. It's the weekly. We'll see. Can't say you're not at maybe a support, right? All right, see the high November 2022, October 2023. You're at it. You're at a support, and you definitely maybe starting to show bullish divergence. My God. So you can have that, and it's cool and all, but it's like you want to have structures develop at these supports. You've been impulsing. I mean, think about what happened to this asset from the high. It lost 78% of its value in 98 days. Okay, that's impulse mode. So it's like down here, you want to see like inverse head and shoulders, ascending triangle through rising valleys. You want to see something that would indicate that there are buyers that are coming in methodically, and there's a buying campaign ongoing. Like when you get to the level like this and you just got here, there's just no evidence that buyers are accumulating yet. Like they've just, yeah, some limit buys were there. Market got cooked. Okay,
Hey,
Bitcoin's
Mitch,
off its
thanks for always
lows from
showing
March
up and
10th.
keeping us sane. Can we take a look at LAC?
What's up, JJK? Thank you for the 25. Sure, we certainly will. Third super chat, man. Yeah. Lithium Americas Corporation. Interesting chart. And they have earnings or something. Maybe killed it. I don't know. And as for the daily, though, here. Sorry. As for the daily, no structure on the daily either, right? You're still like, eventually you could just get a reflexive rally, but it doesn't look like anyone in their mother is buying this right now. What's up, Anonymous?
Please clap.
Mrs. Birdfeeder just got mad cause I didn't ask for Litecoin, so maybe 4 hours and daily for LTC. Thank you again, sir.
Anonymous, thank you so much for the 50. Holy crap. I don't know what happened to Mrs. Birdfeeder. I'm sorry she's mad about Litecoin, but we will. Are you a bird feeder? Sure, we'll look at Litecoin. Certainly, thank you. But as for this, I mean, again, right, M shape, 1 and then 2, and they held it. Some positive price action, something to work with. Here, you have nothing to work with on this. Bearish engulfing candle, how?
To show up, chat. Patience. Hype lower lows for now.
What's up, Andrew? Thanks so much, dude. Yeah, thanks for all the people. If you're watching this stream, seriously, thank you. Like, we've been here before. We're at the highs, we're at the lows, we're at the no's, right? The no trends and all that, and we're kind of in a no trend / downtrend, shorter term, 2-month downtrend, and we came off $109,000 Bitcoin. The level of entitlement from the you call them retail. We're all retail. We're not institutions, but I'm saying like there's a big difference between retail of like people that monitor these markets every day and the up, down, no, and then the people that just show up because they heard on CNBC that, you know, IMX, they partnered up with something really stupid and woke, right? Okay, you know, oh my God, it's pumping, man. They're only here for parabolic moves. They're only here because the composite operator is a genius and knows how to beckon the stupidest dumb money ever. And all that stupid dumb money, they're not watching right now, but you are. And so that says a lot about you. So we're just still waiting. We're waiting for that sweet spot. We're waiting for the comet to return to Earth. And when we can see the comet again, time to take action. But we're coming off of like millions of comets. It was a comet super show in 2024. So, and that's what the question was. How could we ever one-up 2024? The answer is you're literally not going to. You're not going to do better than 2024. It's not happening. Sorry. Yeah, index funds go up 20-25%. Okay, you're not beating that the next year. Anyway, IMX, farty dirt patch, joke, impulse. No one's buying it, by the way. Just letting you know. It might rally because Bitcoin rallied, dude, but it's a joke, scam coin. Okay. It's your IMX. Next one was Atom. Dude, it's so atomic, man. It's so atomic. You don't understand. Yeah, man. Okay. Well, it's down here, right? Weekly probably looks really good. You actually have local forms of maybe confirmation. It's kind of interesting, you know, kind of. Trend's pretty bad, right? Here's your high. Here's a low. Here are lower highs than this high, lower lows than this low. Here, all these highs, both these highs are lower than these highs, and then you make a lower low certainly than all these lows, and then oh my God, the lowest high. Emulating this asset. There's no evidence that the trend is reversing. Because, in fact, what you did 10 days ago, okay, not like a month, 3 months, 10 days ago, Atom put in its lowest price since August 2020. Does that mean we're in a bull trend? No, you're not in an uptrend when you do that. When I say that, it's not a thing. Like, you're not uptrending. You're more so in a downtrend still. So, okay, but hey, they recaptured 408. Maybe we're going to be okay. Let's go to the weekly. Well, look at the weekly. You see some levels. I mean, there really is some potential support here. You know, sorry, it's not visible. So this low right here, this first one from 2019, support. Yeah, you're holding it. There's some bullish divergence on the second low. Hey man, I mean, it's actually okay. Way better than IMX. Way better than IMX. Because at least we got some sort of potential major Bulakowski pattern in development now after last week only. So trend might suck, might be terrible, but always somebody could like set up a stop loss at 350 and just pray to God that we have a run to 726. I mean, that'd be the only thing you could do here that would make any sense, right? But at the same time, I don't have much confidence in something that is certainly making lower highs, lower lows. So yeah, Adam, way better than IMX. It's kind of interesting above 375. And that's it. Yep. Okay. Be really nice to back test. Sell off here and put in a higher low locally. That would be stupendous. Like that would give us some evidence, right, of accumulation, something like that. Oh my God, that'd be great, man. Like come back down, test this level that's so effing real. You can't argue it's real. Well, we need to go. Let's go retest it. Make sure it's real. Market participants are going to want to do that. So it might fail too, and you jump way lower. But I'm just saying, at this point, there's a lot of downside before you're hitting a strategic level, right? I mean, it could sell off easily another 13.5% and just be testing a key level. So that'd probably be your best entry level if you could help it. That's right, Bird Feeder. Yeah, they're showing divergence for sure. They are showing weekly bullish divergence. Okay, let's go to chain link for the next one. Link on the weekly. My God, the triple bullish divergence on the daily. Yeah, this one's not showing divergence yet. Well, you're probably like, hey, maybe hidden bullish divergence. Sure, maybe. Maybe. But I don't know if you have enough like evidence of impending reversal yet. I mean, the daily was okay. Yeah, as long as you put in a higher low, you're probably going to be good. You haven't made an 88% retrace. If we have a situation like this, wouldn't we want an 886, a low to high? We would want to see 1077. It's a support from history, and it's confluent with that low to high 886. So a little bit lower would be nice. Just a little bit. The daily on this, still in that downtrend. Yeah, maybe they come and test 1288 again and hold it. That'd be nice. I mean, that's a lower low. But yeah, it's crazy how much divergence you have, and just pathetic. Like, not going anywhere.
52 super chatted $50. Looking for an entry on Rocket Mortgage, RKD, and Southern Company. So, any edge? Not in a rush. Willing to be patient. Down days ahead. Thanks, Mitch. Keep grinding.
Please clap.
52. Thanks so much for the 50. Thank you, man. We'll look at those for sure. Really appreciate contributions today. Y'all amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Let's look at LAC now. Just going by order. Oh my God, man. What are they doing? What did they do today? That was kind of disappointing. Price action, right? Like it was, hey, not bad. And dang, I reversed this thing, rejecting that 200-day simple moving average. Yikes. Okay, well maybe you're setting up for another retest of 262. That would probably be awesome if we could get that. Oh my God, that'd be so glorious. But anything above 262 is pretty good. Well, we got earnings. What? tomorrow. Earnings is tomorrow. So this thing could be gapping down, gapping up, be flipping coins. But I'm just saying the M shape's there, right? And this M shape took a long time to develop. It took 178 days, but 262 is so real of a level. It cannot argue with its validity. So we're really just paying attention to LAC. If it can survive earnings tomorrow, I mean, this could be a major reversal. You could see some good upside. Again, you can't get killed on earnings tomorrow, though. So, JJK. Yeah, you just got to kind of not great price, like a test, fail. They can't. I mean, it's just they cannot break that 200. Yeah, so hopefully we're all right tomorrow, but you just don't know. Gotta be real careful. Earnings can kill technicals. All right, Litecoin. Litecoin question. What was it? Maybe 4-hour daily divergence, I guess. Or you just want to see the. To me, I mean, look at what is going on. I mean, like you might get lucky and they break the 200 because like the only way the only way you go higher is Bitcoin has to just. And I'm getting worried about the rule of three. Well, I guess the rule of three just means resolution is probable. So you see one high, the second high, now the third high on Bitcoin. So okay, 1, 2, 3. So you're probably about to resolve. We're about to be done with this thing. We're about to be. Oh yeah, we're going to 92. Oh crap, we're gonna go retest 78K again. Like that's impending now, I think. So the issue is, wow, it doesn't. That looks like a bear flag, doesn't it? Oscillators look terrible. 4-hour. Oh my god! Like maybe you luck out and it goes higher. It could, man. We could do it. We could win the lottery. It just looks like that, and I'm just looks disgusting, man. Like it just doesn't look good. It's not a good structure. It's not good price action. 10 days, man. 10 days since hitting that support. Doing nothing. Buyers eventually would just be like, nah, I'm good. Nope, no one coming in. I ain't buying that at S. That's what they're going to say. And it's just going to mark down and retest $84 again. Like, typically you don't get price action this anemic after testing a key support. So I just would stick with the trend right now. And that's, here's your highs. Here's your low. Here's your lower highs. Then this high. Locally, they're all lower than each other. Then you sell off lower low than previous low, lower high than previous highs. Get it? Oh wait, even locally, a lower high than previous high. Negative price action correlation to inflection zone. That was very real. It broke down, ran straight to the next support. The lower low than previous low than previous low. All these. I mean, are you making a higher high? You're effed until your trend is effed till you're breaking 110. So I hope it breaks upward, man. It could. Bitcoin could resolve higher, man. But the trend's not your friend right now on Bitcoin either. I'm sorry. It's just not. It can turn around, and I'll be here live, and I'll be like, we have done it. And I'll play Jesus chimes. We're in an uptrend again. Higher highs, higher lows. Buyers recapturing love. They're not doing any of that yet. So very bad. I'm just going to play the effing thing, dude, until one day I don't have to anymore.
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
Okay, next request. Rocket. Yeah, what a bull flag. Flip it, sure. Rocket companies. Well, you know, since the... I mean, it switched to an uptrend. I mean, you know, back in... Started uptrending maybe in like February 2023. I like how they defended 1137. That's nice. But do we have a structure right now? Is there an edge? You're diverging kind of bearishly. You've had a really nice rally, and now you're up against the 200 moving average. Also some some overhead resistance. Look, that's real. $15, $15.11 psychological, but it's also just like how many times have you tested it? So they're up against that. They tried once to break it. They've now tried for the second time locally, which is a confirmation high. And look what they've done. Like, I mean, today they ran up and kind of tested the 200-day moving average and that key level as resistance. So that's not favorable price action. It's just not. I can't make it be favorable price action. So if you get back above 1511, very good shot of seeing 1749. But they just didn't do that twice now. Once they tried, they came to fill the gap. And then yesterday, a confirmed bearish breakdown below the 1511 level. And then today, it was a nice rally to just go confirm, or to fill the gap first off, because it gapped down today, filled the gap, and then just bearish back test. That's not great. That's not a good thing. But hey, if we recapture 1511, let's talk. Could we go into 1749 very fast? Okay. Did I see what Ethereum just did? Yeah, dude, it's up 0.05%. Let's freaking go, dude. All right, Southern Company. Oh, Southern Company, you know, what a trend, man. Great trend. Like, very, very good trend. Like, it's freaking nuts good. So strong. But so, like, what exists right now, it's valid until the trend takes back over and we're running to $100+. But you do have a completed bearish bat pattern. You do. And it's active and it's valid until you're probably breaking $95. Till you're making all-time highs is a valid bearish bat. It's just a W-shaped pattern, right? You're not looking to buy when W-shapes are completing, right? If you did, look what you did on the index funds. You would have gotten murdered, okay? Like, just legit destroyed. So you're staring at that after such a good run. I mean, this pattern's massive. It's 138 days large, so it's formidable. Could very well be reliable, but to the extent of the reliability, it could be suspect because of the trend. And they could come in for a second test, right? You type 1 reaction, you maybe got it. But I would just be like, it's not really a good area to long, right? I'm not saying go short. It's a freaking utilities company. They're not going anywhere. Dividends paying out, right? Like, they're making money, right? Everyone's got to, you know, pay the utility company. So, but I'm just saying, like, it was just like the Dow Jones, right? Where, like, I'm not saying, man, like, this is gonna literally play out, but it did. Right, go back to the streams, you know, in early February, it was here. It was like this. It was like, yeah, well, it's here. I mean, we're not really going anywhere yet. And they pause, we go higher, but this is a W. It's not a good place to take entries, and then it's over, and you're wrecked, right? I mean, so that's all I got for Southern Company. It's cool, you know, great trend, but W-shape's there. All right, well, Bitcoin back below the 200-day simple moving average. Just is, okay. Dang, 52, let's freaking go.
Thanks. Super helpful, bro. Happy to sit on the sidelines till we have an edge.
Thank you, dude. Yeah, these are weird, not so favorable market conditions right now. It's reality. You should have been here last year. If you weren't, you missed it. You missed such a year of all years, the year of the bull, the golden Jesus year, you know, like, holy crap. But we're just on the other side of the fence. We're just dealing with lower highs, lower lows. We're dealing with W-shapes completing on the index funds. And right now, like, as we looked at on those index, like, we should be getting ready for a reflexive rally. We maybe started. Maybe it started. But dang, man, like, it's pretty bad. Like the wicks and the bearish back tests and failure to even see a 38% retrace on this little reaction we've gotten so far. So, yeah, I would appreciate some better structures, some higher highs, higher lows. That's what I would appreciate. If we really want to be getting real excited about new longs, fresh longs, waiting is a good idea. It's above it.
Bird feeder tipped $25. Ondo on daily.
We will look at Ondo. I don't imagine there's going to be much difference, but just scam coin number 5,427,306, right? That's Ondo. Terrible. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, just off with its head. Good God. That is not indicative of someone stepping in and defending this price. That is churn and chop getting ready to mark down again. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah, there's a level, I guess, right? There's a level like here. Good luck. I wouldn't buy this trash if you made me. Nope. I'm good. Waiting for 82 cents to break, probably. That's what I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like, just they're absorbing demand that exists at that level, and once it breaks, just take it on down to 66 cents. Who cares? Like, we're gonna wake up, the sun's gonna be rising, you know, Kramer's gonna be talking about stuff on CNBC, and right, things are gonna happen. Trump's gonna tweet funny things, and then Ondo's gonna be at 65, 66 cents, and it's gonna be like, really? I forgot that existed. Yeah, dude, it's at 66 cents. Wow. Anyway, let's talk about it when it gets there, and then maybe we'll have an 886 down here, you know? I mean, Shark, from what swing low? That's not a reaction. You want a reaction, go to 105. The problem is you're identifying an M shape, and it's like, that's not a reaction. That's like Bitcoin. A reaction would be like this. That's type 1. Then you would wait for a type 2. Then let's talk about action to take. I wouldn't touch it right now. I would not touch this trash right now. I mean, it could rally, sure, yeah. It's so destroyed, but it's on Dogecoin. Remember, you were talking about an asset that has no intrinsic value at all. It is a beanie baby. When we're talking about Nike, they sell shoes every day, apparel, hoodies, shirts. They're at 5-year lows after hours. Like, and they have intrinsic value. They provide services and goods to the world. And you got Ondo over here that hasn't helped one person in this entire world. It just doesn't make sense. So, I mean, I wouldn't touch it. But again, if you want to take a chance, you better effing have a stop loss like at like 80 cents, 79 cents. Cut those losses real quick. If you were going to take a shot. That's all I can tell you. Right below that level, sweet mother of God, no. You don't own Ondo below 83 cents. All right. But dude, Bitcoin's up 0.25%. It's up $200 on the new day. Let's friggin' go. Guess we're in an uptrend. Nah, man, we gotta make higher highs, higher lows. It's gotta be discernible on the daily. Until then, we just gotta grind through it. There are times to make money and times not to lose money. You have been in a period to not lose money. Wait till the trend turns around. It will, and it literally will at some point. Right? It will, but it's just, man, it takes time, and we're unfortunately at a point where we're not there yet. So I really appreciate the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Thanks for all the, you know, renewals in the Patreon/Citadel. So do 1 Jesus Chimes. So say thanks to Viva Volk, thanks for 15 months. G-Dog 11, thanks for the 17 months. Brooks, thanks for the 5 months. X-Dip, XR Pay 100. Thanks for the 8 months, dude. Tony, thanks for the 3 months. Talak, thanks for the 4 months. Chris Mick, thanks for joining the Patreon. Thank y'all. Really appreciate it. And everyone else, like, right? Because it's like, it doesn't announce everyone. So just know I really am grateful. And we're just gonna be here. And we're going to be talking about the trends, and I'll be the first person to talk about a trend reversal when or if it happens at some point. But it might be a while, so stick around. I'll be back. Till next time. Respect the T. A.
Fire.